Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and another video. So today I am talking about all of the books that I want to read in August this year, which is insane first of all that we're even in August. But I've also decided to be a little bit ambitious this month in August because I've had a really successful reading month for July, so I feel like I'm out of the reading slump that I've kind of popped myself in a couple months back. So I've decided that I'm going to attempt to read 8 books this month, which generally I read 5 or 6 a month, so 8 is a bit more. I used to be able to read at least like 10 or so, but just can't anymore, which is fine, but I'm going to try for 8. The reason why I'm doing 8 isn't because I'm like, yeah, I want to read these 8 books. It's because I forgot which books I wanted to put on the list, and I picked other ones and then remembered later the other books. So it was originally like 7. And then I forgot my book club read, so I had to make it 8. So we're just gonna pop into the books that I want to read this month in July. I'm going to start off with my book club read. Unfortunately for me, it's a book I've already read. The good news for me is that I absolutely love the book and the author, so I'm really excited to do a reread, and that is The No-Show by Beth O'Leary. Beth O'Leary is one of my favorite authors. At first, like when I found out it was this book, I was a bit like, oh damn, it's a book I've already read. That's so disappointing, just because I'm trying not to do rereads just because I have so many unread books on my shelves. But I was like, no, that's fine. I really like this book. I'm happy to do a reread of it. And then I remembered how much I cried in it the first time I read it, and I was like, oh no, I have a little bit of regret now. Basically, this book focuses on one man and the 3 different women that he is dating. It was really, really like brilliant. I loved it. So we focus on Siobhan, Miranda, and Jane, and then the guy is Joseph, and all of these girls are dating him. And yeah, I don't want to give too much away, but it's brilliant. The plot twist is fantastic. Didn't really work out what was happening until the last second with the plot twist, and then there's some other plot twists. I can't actually remember which girl the guy ends up with. I kind of remember what happens with some of them. Basically, he's meant to show up on Valentine's Day and he goes missing for all of these 3 girls. He's got these 3 dates lined up and he doesn't turn up, and so the girls kind of have to like piece together, work out what's happened. It's so well written, and the way she's gone about it all is fantastic. Don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it, but it is fantastic, and if you haven't read it, I highly recommend you pick it up. And then the book that I accidentally put in my TBR because I forgot about, The No-Show, was Chef's Kiss by TJ Alexander. This is a book I've had on my shelf for a little while now, and I just haven't picked it up, and I just want to read it this month. I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually know what it's about, except that I presume they're either chefs or they're in like culinary school and they fall in love. Okay, so it looks like we're focusing on Simone, who is a recipe developer at The Discerning Chef. So it's a cookbook and also a magazine publisher, and it looks like she's accidentally pushed into the spotlight when her boss decides to bring their brand as a part of it, I guess. She's got to deal with this person, Ray, who's the new test kitchen manager. His obnoxious, cheer, and outgoing personality are like oil to Simone's water. Looks like Ray accidentally becomes a viral sensation, and they have to work together a lot. And obviously Simone probably doesn't like Ray, but eventually they're probably going to learn to get together. Okay, it gets a bit more complicated when Ray comes out at work as non-binary, so my apologies for just assigning the he pronouns to Ray. So yeah, it looks like Simone and Ray are gonna be forced to spend some time together with one another, and yeah, I guess that they're gonna have a queer rom-com based off that. I'm excited to read it. This was one that I think I just like picked up because it looked cool. The third book that I have picked to read in the month of July is Too Late by Colleen Hoover. This is the most recent one that has been traditionally published. Originally, this one was indie published. I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually know what this one is about. I just saw it, picked it up. I'm hoping based on the cover that it's a bit more of like a thriller. On the back here it says a psychological suspense about obsession and dangerous love. I'm hoping it's along the same kind of wavelength that Verity was, like that kind of like suspense writing, that kind of mystery element. I really quite like the way that Colleen Hoover wrote that novel, and I much prefer it to like her rom-com novels that she does. I much prefer her writing because I always find that her characters are really quite weird and weird shit happens to them, and I just felt like those elements that she writes about are much better suited to a kind of like a darker tone of style of book. So that's why I picked this one up. It looks like we've got our main character Sloane, Asa Jackson, a notorious drug drug trafficker. Oh boy. Looks like Sloane's becoming emotionally and economically reliant on him, and he's developed a disturbing obsession with her. Ugh, that sounds creepy. And then we have an undercover DEA agent, Carter, who enters the picture. Sloane's attracted to him, even though she knows that if Asa finds out, he will kill him. Right, so it looks like an Asa has always been a step ahead of everyone in his life, including Sloane. No one has ever gotten in his way, no one except Carter. So I expect some people to die. It sounds cool and mysterious. Hopefully I enjoy it. I'm excited to pick it up. And then book 4 and 5 are part of a series. They are both in the Written in the Stars series, trilogy, I don't know, by Alexandria Bellefleur. So it's got Hang the Moon and then also Count Your Lucky Stars. So these are just like contemporary rom-coms. They're also queer rom-coms. That was what I was looking for. Brendan falls in love with Annie. So Brendan was the brother to one of the girls in the first novel, Written in the Stars. This is kind of his love story. I did quite like him as a character, but it looks like he's a hopeless romantic who wants to show his childhood crush that romance isn't dead by recreating iconic dates from his favorite films, which is kind of cute. I'm interested to see what Brendan and Annie get up to, but that's theirs. And then the 5th book is Count Your Lucky Stars. Now this one does go back to being, obviously, 2 females are on the front cover. So this is Margot Cooper, who I think is the best friend of the other girl from the first book. And then we have Olivia Grant, who looks like is her childhood friend, her first love, her first everything. Okay, so it's been 10 years. So it looks like that this may be a second chance romance for Margot and Olivia. So that's cute. I wasn't a huge fan of Written in the Stars. It was like the grumpy sunshine trope and I just didn't enjoy it. So I'm hoping that I enjoyed these two a little bit more because I didn't like the main characters, but I did quite enjoy their friends and all their siblings. And this is what these 2 books focus on. So hopefully I'm going to enjoy those 2. And then the final 3 books that I want to read are all part of a trilogy. First, second, and third one, which is going to be fun. But they are also, 2 of them are on my 23 books I want to read in 2023. So like I said in my update video, I do want to try and knock out 1 to 2 of them a month. If they're part of the same series, we're going to read it in the month. So that book series is the Kingdom of the Wicked trilogy by, is it Kerry? Yeah, Kerry Maniscalco. So the first book is Kingdom of the Wicked. We then have the sequel, Kingdom of the Curse, which is my favorite cover ever. And then we have the third and final book, which is Kingdom of the Feared. Yes, they are slightly 2 different heights. And yes, I am annoyed that this one did not have the ugly James Patterson Presents banner on it. But it's fine because this one was $15. It's all good. We're going to deal with it. Basically, this is a fantasy trilogy. I'm pretty sure it focuses on witches, but I don't actually know. I just know that everyone lost their mind. And I feel like they are witches. They are. I've just read it. Okay, so we've got 2 sisters, 1 brutal murder, a quest for vengeance that will unleash hell, and an intoxicating romance. So I'm going to drop to the book. Okay. It has a map, like right here. Like that's convenient. I'm never going to forget where it is. Oh, it's on the back too. That's just really nice. So it looks like we've got twin sisters, Amelia and Vittoria. They're witches who live secretly among humans to avoid notice and persecution. So one night, Vittoria misses dinner service at the family's renowned restaurant. Amelia soon finds the body of her beloved twin desecrated beyond belief. Ew. Rude. It looks like Amelia sets out to find her sister's killer and is willing to seek vengeance at any cost, even if it means using dark magic that's been long forbidden. Amelia meets Wrath, one of the wicked. There's Princess of Hell. She's been warned against in tales since she was child. Oh, we've got Princess of Hell. Okay, so like demons. Yeah, this sounds so cool. Cool. So Wrath claims to be on Amelia's side, tasked by his master with solving a series of women's murders on the island. But when it comes to the wicked, nothing is as it seems. Okay, that sounds amazing. I'm actually really, really excited to pick it up. And obviously, these 2 just continue on the story. I'm not going to read to find out what's going on. I kind of feel like that maybe Wrath and Amelia are gonna have a little bit of a love story. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling it. So we've also got on the back of Kingdom of the Curse. Hopefully I don't give any spoilers. Oops, if I do. Wrath, the mighty demon of war and betrayal. My soul shifted. We stared at each other for an extended beat. I didn't need or want him. In fact, I'd say he'd go straight to hell, but we'd both accomplished that. Oh, so she goes to hell. When does she go to hell? Is it in Kingdom of the Cursed or in Kingdom of the Wicked? Ooh. And then Kingdom of the Feared. That's just stunning. It says, right now I want the demon, not the prince. Show me why they call you the wicked and don't you dare hold back. I hope that this series is as good as it sounds. I know it was hugely popular, but I just hope it's exciting. I mean, I'm really quite excited to pick them up and read them. I'm actually kind of leaning towards going straight to Kingdom of the Wicked based off reading that. I am super keen to pick it up and start reading it. I was actually a little hesitant to pick it up just because it's a fantasy trilogy and fantasy is not my friend at the moment, but I'm actually really excited by that blurb and what's going to happen. So yeah, I mean, worst case scenario is if I'm not enjoying it, I can always just read one, then pick up one of my contemporary novels. But yeah, anyway, guys, they are the 8 books that I want to read in July. If you have read any of these books, please let me know in the comments down below what you thought of them, especially if you've read Beth O'Leary. Please, I need like more people to talk to about her novels because I currently don't have anybody in my life and it's a little upsetting. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video and I will speak to you later. Bye.